Wow, Tazria Metzora. We've reached that time of year where we're getting double parshas. Next week's Achrei Mos Kedoshim. What's going to be? Time is warping. We're flying. I want to focus on something that I think is one of the most important Torahs that exist, and it's from the Me'or. And long before the nuclear glow of Chernobyl, it hit us about 30, 40 years ago, Chernobyl was glowing from the presence of the Me'or, which means the light of the eyes. He had shined his light there. And I wanted to share with you what he says on this week in Parshas Metzora, because it's just next level. And he says like this, V'zes tia Torah ha-Metzora, and this shall be the Torah of the Metzora. The Metzora means someone who's afflicted with a biblical type of leprosy. It's not leprosy like the regular physical malady. It is a spiritual one. But nonetheless, Chazal tell us, our rabbis teach us in Gemara Erchin, that Metzora is a play on the word motzi ra, somebody who spread out from his mouth evil. And therefore, a person who speaks Lashon Hara gets this type of affliction known as tzara'as. Okay. Now, the Me'or says something which we have to put it into perspective. He says like this: one must constantly remember that the Torah starts with the word Breishis. It could have started with the word Batchila at the start, but it says Breishis in the beginning. Because it's Bishvil Yisrael Shenikru Reishis, for the sake of the Jewish people who are called Reishis, and for the sake of the Torah itself, which is known as Reishis also. That there's certain things that Hashem created which are known as the beginnings. And it says, because of the Jewish people, because of the Torah, the whole world was created. Now, Chas v'Shalom, I don't want people to think that a racist idea that we're better, we're different. We have a different function. Our function is to never lose sight that we have a special relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and we have to understand that we're as if we are princes. And if a person, I'm not sure if you heard about this, but there was some kind of somebody from the royal family, Nebuch, who wanted to abdicate. I'm not sure if what they're doing, they wanted to renounce their royalty. That's a travesty. Again, I'm not a fan of the Queen of England per se. I'm not British. I'm just one of the colonies. But there's a certain degree. You have a certain destiny, a certain heritage. And by just like, nah, I don't want it. And it's almost like lackadaisical. And if people supporting him, just give up your heritage. Just throw it away. Who cares? Be yourself. You know what? Nobody is themselves because nobody created themselves. We all come from parents. And those parents come from other parents. And there is some significance to what our heritage is. And therefore, I think it's important for us to realize, and that's what the Me'or is saying, Breishis, Bishvil Yisrael, Shenikru Reishis, that Hashem, that Nimsa Yisrael hem davar chashuv me'od lifnei Hashem Yisbarach. It comes out that the Jewish people are something extremely important in God's eyes, that He created the whole world for us. And not only that, but Hashem Mekabel Tainug Mikol Yisrael. Hashem gets a tremendous delight and pleasure from the very sheer existence of a Yid. Afilu meRasha Gadol, even from a great sinner. A Jewish person is a great sinner. Hashem has tremendous pleasure from him. And the Gemara actually at the end of Chagiga states, the empty ones amongst you are filled with mitzvahs. So, what's going on here? And how does this have anything to do with Metzora? Stay tuned.